Welcome to Manitowoc Garage. On today's episode, we'll be covering the remote drive feature on the TMS500-2. To utilize the remote drive feature, you must first begin in the carrier cab. With the key on, make sure that neutral has been selected on the push button shifter, and also make sure that the parking brake has been set. Also, you should go ahead and activate the headlight and hazard switches, as this cannot be done from the Superstructure cab. Before exiting the carrier cab, you should install the warning cover on the steering wheel that is stowed behind the driving seat, shut the key off, and exit the carrier cab. The Superstructure cab will have a number of additional components in order to account for the additional feature of the remote drive. On the left-hand armrest, clean on the left, is going to be the button to activate the remote drive feature. The next button from the left is to release the park brake. And the third button from the left is for your suspension inflate and deflate. Only when traveling over the front with the boom and the rest should the bags be inflated. In any other condition, driving over the rear especially, the bags should be deflated. It is single click operation to deflate. They must be held to inflate.
The left side joystick is what you will use for forward and reverse selection, as well as the steering controls when using remote drive. The left side toggle is for reverse, the right side toggle is for forward. This is in relation to the Superstructure and not the carrier. So when you have the boom swung directly over the rear, you would still select forward even though the machine itself is actually moving in reverse. Steering controls are controlled by the left side joystick as well. Inside of what would typically be your swing control. This is also automatically reversed so that the outputs fire in relation to how the Superstructure is positioned, and once again, not the carrier. There is also an additional service brake pedal located in the Superstructure cab. With the crane running, you can now activate the remote drive feature. You must first ensure that the house lock pin is down with the boom directly over the front or rear of the machine, and also that your swing function is currently turned off. With a single click of the remote drive button on the left side armrest, this icon will now appear. The next step is to release the park brake. To do this, you must first apply the service brake pedal and once again single click select the park brake release switch on the left side armrest. With the brake pedal still depressed, you can now make your gear selection. I have selected forward, and you can see now that the icon appears on the ODM. When I apply throttle, the crane will now move only in first gear in forward, and steering controls are all based on the relative position of the left side joystick. To take the crane out of gear, you select the same toggle switch, as it will not allow you to shift up, as you are limited to first gear in either forward or reverse, and the icon will disappear. Should the house lock not be set, This icon will appear on the ODM to indicate that it will not allow drive functions from the Super in this condition.
Thanks for tuning in, and as always, be sure to check back soon for future videos.